What's going on, you guys? Riley on Gemmy Inflatablefans98, and I got a cool video for you guys today. This is the Gemmy 2019 7.5 foot tall Rudolph and Santa inflatable. This was sold at Lowe's last year at this point, since it's 2020 now. And it was a Black Friday inflatable. For those of you guys that don't know, usually Lowe's, at least the past few years, they usually get in like 3 different inflatables. Usually they come in later on in the season. They usually don't put them out, when they put the rest of the Christmas stuff out, usually, which is, very late, or mid to late August is usually when they start putting out the or Christmas stuff, at some locations, honestly, which is insane to me. But usually they don't put these out until like November or so, or like, closer to Black Friday again. And they originally retail for like 150. When Black Friday comes around, they go like half off for $75. And the past few years, it's been pretty generic. It's been a Minion, a Mickey inflatable, and then some other, well, usually like a Snoopy inflatable or something. But this year they kind of went a little bit different. Obviously, they went generic with the Mickey again this year, but they had this guy and the 7.5 foot Frosty. I think they were all 7.5 feet tall. And to be honest with you, I kind of prefer this height. This is actually, kind of a remake of the original, like classic design of this. Obviously it's a little bit different, but I believe the first one of these came out in 2002, 2003. They made one, and then a few years ago, I don't know the year, I'm not good with years, but they made a 10-foot version, which is just like this one. And then of course they re-released it this year or last year, I should say, again, as a 7.5 foot. And I'd much rather have the 7.5 foot just because it goes better with the size of all the other Rudolph inflatables I have. So yeah, I had my eye on this one since I saw it. And again, usually because each Lowe's usually gets in so many of each of these Black Friday inflatables, there's no doubt they'll last till 75% off. So of course I waited, and I paid, I think, like $35 for this, 75% off, around that, something like that, $32.50, something like that. But anyway, guys, enough of me talking. I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to take it out of the box and we'll inflate it. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, it's all taken out of the box here. So let's plug it in and inflate it. Again, it's got one of the slower starting fans, but it'll build up here, hopefully. Wondering if it's a little locked up. Yeah, it's starting to build up. Again, guys, this is the first time I'm inflating it, so there we go. And actually, I'm happy about that. They did add blinking light in Rudolph's nose, which is awesome. So here, let me step back here and show you guys. So here it is. Pretty cool. Again, nothing new. We've definitely seen this design, or this type of design, before. Again, with the classic 2003, I want to say 2002, 2003. I want to say 2003, but I don't remember exactly. But again, nothing completely new. And again, like I said, there was one that was like literally the same as this, just like a 10-foot version, I believe, that came out a few years ago. Again, I'm bad with years, so I don't know exactly when it came out. But this one is pretty cool. Again, at this point, I'm recording this pretty late after Christmas, so it's not like you're probably going to find one of these at your Lowe's anymore, but I do really like this one a lot. Again, it will fit in great with my Rudolph scene. I do have a Rudolph again, but that one's just a cheap fan inflatable. It would be really cool to have, like, a base fan with Rudolph and the Santa from the Rudolph movie, because he kind of has a distinct design to him, like this one, obviously. So yeah, I'm actually really excited to be able to use this next year in my Rudolph scene. Again, like I said, if you didn't see, there's actually an LED light in Rudolph's nose that fades on and off, as you can see. And actually, they've been doing that a lot with like even the cheap fan version that I have. It has a blinking light in the nose, and I think that's a really cool touch. Just a small detail that goes a long way with something like this, for sure. And again, I think I paid like, well, probably around 35 bucks after tax. Again, I got it 75% off, so, but I do really like this thing a lot. And seeing it in person, inflating it for the first time, I think it looks great. And again, I think this is the perfect size for what I want out of it. The 10-foot one's cool, but it's a little too big for my liking, if you know what I'm saying. Just because, again, if I'm putting this in with my other Rudolph characters, a 10-foot one would just look kind of weird near them, but that's just me. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching Riley on Gemmy Inflatable Fans 98. Like and subscribe.